Encounter to me is transformation. It's something that I needed, and I needed the Lord to move in my life so powerfully, and I didn't realize what that would look like, but when I came, it blew me away.
So Encounter for me is an invitation from the Lord, just to be with Him, to have Him meet you right where you're at, and to just open the door to see what He wants to do, to allow Him in, and you will leave changed.
I had been carrying things that I just really had never confessed out loud to another person, and I was ready to let those things go that weekend. So I came in with a list of things that I was ready to walk through with Him.
God's way are higher than ours, and His thoughts are not ours. He's gonna work in places that we don't even expect, even when we think this is weird.
There is a continual healing and transformation that the Holy Spirit wants to take place in that weekend, not just for those attending, but for those of us that are serving.
Encounter culture allowed me to be in a space to understand what the Lord wanted to speak into me.
I love hearing how the Lord works through other people, just what He does in other people's lives, but also there was so much you could glean from it as well. And just even freedom of hearing somebody say like, yeah, that happened to me too, or yeah, I did that too, but look what God did.
One of the women that I was praying with asked me, have you ever considered going on a missions trip? And it was just so cool and so God, because she did not know me from a hole in the wall, but God knew that that was a desire of my heart. So knowing my skeptical side, I just felt like He did that for me, where there's no way this woman could have known that that was something, because it was like a treasure in my heart that He really only knew about.
The part where the Lord encountered me, was my favorite part, because I was like, nah, that's what I came for.
Going through Encounter and being able to experience it with my wife is just something that I think you need to do. You need to do with your wife and or your spouse, your husband, because individually and collectively it strengthens your marriage and your walk with God.
And I think it was important too to have a weekend together receiving healing, because there's these men's ministries, there's women's ministries, and then we'll come home from each of these things as the other spouse was at home cleaning the house or doing their daily activities and not receiving the healing power that we had just received, So being able to do it together and talk about it together was a whole different experience.
For me, Encounter was really a catalyst that took me from being somebody that loved Jesus and wanted to walk in the fullness of what He had for me, but really didn't know how to somebody who was empowered through the Holy Spirit and now knows that I can walk in that authority. I can pray for other people. I can do His kingdom work, and I don't have to just sit back and be on the sidelines. He wants us all to have a part in this.
The word specifically says, Jesus stands at the door and knocks. We have to let Him in, and I'm grateful I did. I opened the door and I did let Him in, and I'm grateful for it.
People should go to Encounter and just receive whatever the Lord has for them.
Yeah, just expect to meet the Lord and just watch Him move.
Come and just let the Lord do what He's got to do.